Okay, class, good day. Today I will not be giving you a new lecture because I would like to review the common mistake during the time of our oral test. So the common mistake was I prepared 10 sets of questions, and those 10 sets of questions will be randomly asked to each and every student. It would depend upon my discretion totally. So one of it is the international shore connection. This is how it looks like, and it must be adapted to the fire hydrants. Okay, this is what the fire hydrant may look like, but it does not necessarily mean that it is limited to that design alone. We do have a lot of fire hydrant in terms of their design. Okay, so what I am expecting is to answer is the adaptability of the shore connection to any size of the fire hydrant. Adaptability. What I am receiving answer is totally based on Google, on YouTube. My God, the shore connection is like that, is like this, like that, which I have never said during my video lecture. Why ko ito yung mahambal kung ano-ano man yung question nyo man. Okay, I'm trying to give an emphasis to each of my video lecture that when I ask during the time that we are having a face-to-face class, when I ask you a question, you must give me the answer or you must give me the definition based on your personal understanding. Okay? You do not give me an answer which is driven from the book. It is because that you are trying to create a scenario that you are just only reading it, but understanding it, you are not understanding it. Okay? So one, for example, that you have given me is the shore connection. You keep on reading the answer on the book. My God, mga English pa, grabe pa ka mga dalong English. No? But it does not make sense because you do not understand the real concept, the working principle behind this shore connection. You know, class, shore connection on board the ship is very important. It must be always ready. Shore connection equipment, usually this is categorized as firefighting equipment. We do take good care of this. Okay? And we see to it that it is in its proper place and a proper location. Okay? We are doing maintenance. It is just only kept in a box painted red so that it will be identified as firefighting equipment. And then there is a weekly inspection for that. But as a bosun on board, I do daily inspection for the shore connection. Okay? We are treating it as if that it is gold. We are treating this kind of firefighting equipment, the international shore connection, as valuable as gold. It must be in that proper place. It must be well maintained. It must be well kept. Okay? And it must be that the bolts along with the shore connectors, this is the bolts, bolt and nut, must be in stainless so that there will be less maintenance. If not stainless is being supplied along with the shore connection, we must make sure that this is well lubricated in order to prevent rusting and put it in a plastic container, okay? Sealed plastic bag or sealed plastic container being covered with grease, okay? Or in constant lubrication with oil so as to prevent rust. But if it is stainless, you'll just put it there and leave it. Because stainless, it prevents rusting, okay? So this is shore connection. Let us try to imagine that this is made of metal. The shore connection, international shore connection, is made like, looks like this, okay? And this is the hose attachment, okay? What I am expecting you to answer is adaptability. Let us imagine that this is one of the sizes of the fire hydrant flanges. So the adaptability of this shore connection will work. Why? It is because that the top end of this shore connection flanges are open. So if we fit on the shore connection to a smaller flange, we can adjust the bolt by lowering it down for small fire hydrant flanges. But for bigger one, we can adjust also up in upper direction so that we can adjust the size of the flange. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is 6 holes. 6 holes usually, but mine estimated 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, 8. Because it could fit in the 4-hole flanges, 6-hole flanges, and 8-hole flanges. For 4 holes with 8 holes shore connector flange, it can fit also. Okay? You see, you try to imagine this one. We will try to fit even with 4 or 2 bolts to the minimum. We can use this one. Okay? 4 lang abing nakalusot. Pwede ka nakagamit. As long the upper one and the lower one. Oh. In this situation, pila ka bolt mga that would clearly pass. Okay? Damo, oh. Damo class, oh. O pila lang ang hindi ang nag-engage dito. Okay? Ma-adjust mo, 1. O, 2, 3, 4. Pwede na. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anong pwede na? Di ba? It can be. Or 2 lang abing makaigo. O all the... O, pwede na. Because the shore connection, the main purpose of this, when our vessel loses the capacity to pump in water in order to combat fire, we may still be able to combat fire by connecting our shore connector to the other ship or to the shore. But the problem is, without this one, maayo lang kung pagpareho ang size ang mga flange to flange natin. Okay? Magpareho design ang nozzle sang hose natin. Correct? But with this international shore connection, we can adapt. The question which I am expecting you to answer is, the keyword is adaptability. It can adapt to any size of fire hydrant flanges. Okay? What I have drawn here is the international shore connection and different size of flanges. So in this situation, or this is a different size bigger, we can still adjust. Okay? You see? Pila ka hole sa makaigo ya. Okay? At least there is a hole. Very clear that we can withdraw. Kung gamay naman, pwede gyapon. We can just only adjust. Both ari naman, isa naman, lain naman, pwede. You see now the practical application of the international shore connection. The actual thing class, the international shore connection, napangita ko ni sa TC. But why kung may nakita ka naka-install? The international shore connection should be installed within the gangway area lang sa barko. Within the gangway area so that the access is very easy to locate, okay? Within the gangway deck area lang siya, ha? Wala na siya ginatago sa sa mga closet, sa mga locker, why? Nakatago siya sa receptacle box. Easily accessible. Okay? So, ang common mistake pagid, that is number 1 and number 2, nga permi lang gasaot ang section 12 ang section Bravo grade 12, every mistake answer, there will be a consequences. You will be penalized by dancing less than, it must not be less than 20 seconds. Okay? Para doon sadyang mo sa GC ta. Okay? Ang common mistake that they used to made is the percentage of oxygen in order to sustain fire. So, in some other books, in theoretically speaking, 16% it may burn. Okay? You can create already fire. But the question is sustainability. When you say sustain, it could create continuous burning. But in 16%, there are some experiments that it will just burn for a couple of seconds and minutes, and then the fire will die out soon. It will never sustain. Okay? But when you say percentage of oxygen being required in order to sustain fire, it's 21%. This is the percentage of oxygen which is breathable for us. Okay? Breathable. So anything higher than 21%, it is no longer breathable. But I don't know. There are some people living in a high altitude area. They are breathing a little bit higher of oxygen. I believe they can, it's about 22 or 23% of oxygen. Yung sa mga higher latitude area, sa mga bukid-bukid na, that normal people living in the city will go up there, will have a difficulty in breathing. Okay? Sa lugar sa misis ko, sa Limudyan, bukid niya biyo. Muning bukid class ha, muning kortes ang bukid. Ang ilang baryo, aridiyo. So, when you're in that area, when you're in that barrio, days before you can adapt, I am suffering from colds, cough, and fever. I don't know, but I believe that is one of the contributing factors, ang high altitude. Tapos ang hangin, kabudlay mo ginawa dito nga lugar to. Pero sila, sanay ito yung mga tao. Sanay ito yung tao maginawa. But the problem is, people living in this area will go down in the city. Budlay naman sila. Okay? Because of the percentage of oxygen. Okay, that is all for now, class. I will not be adding something, but I will be lecturing more on the correction. Okay? I hope you understand the functions and the working principles of this international shore connection. And you must, and when you are on board, when you are already a seafarer, you must take care of that. It is one of the most important firefighting equipment on board the ship. Okay? When everything else failed on board the ship, when the ship loses the capacity to pump in water in order to combat fire, we may still be able to combat fire by connecting this international shore connection to other ship or to the shore. It has the capability to adapt to any size of fire hydrant flanges. Okay? See you soon. Good luck and God bless.